Hello, and welcome to the Trench Mob Show. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. I would like to thank our sponsors at Procyon Partners. They are one of the top 50 fastest growing companies in the nation. They specialize right now in employee benefits, wealth management, and retirement planning. President Sean Rabinowitz is a proud supporter of Husky Talk, and he is going to get me a Tesla any one of these days. I'm just waiting on it. It's going to just show up at my house with a big bow, and I'm excited. We also have Green Street Trust International, which is owned and operated by Rennell Jump, former UConn football player. He's in West Palm Beach right now. They offer a variety of services, but they will save you money on your taxes, either through a nice big fat return or, the traditional way and save you money through your taxes. They've been doing this for a while. And to schedule your free strategic tax planning session today, go to www.greenstreettrust.com and you will get a free consultation. We also have Pete Finch and the Finch Law Firm. Pete is out of Bridgeport, Connecticut. If you've suffered any type of personal injury, a slip and fall, a construction beam hit you at a site, if your mother-in-law tried to run you over with her car, the Finch firm is for you. He has won legal battles all over the state for the last 8 years. He is not afraid of any insurance company. He will go to war for you, and he will get every dollar that you deserve in compensation. We also have Dynamic Human Performance, owned and operated by UConn legendary running back Andre Dixon. I often compare Dynamic Human Performance with the Trench Mob, only Andre works with younger kids, boys and girls, all ages, all sports, and he will train them for whichever sport they want to play. He also started an athletic development program which focuses on teaching kids from the ground up whatever sport they want to specialize in. He will develop them. He will help them reach to their potential, become the best they can be, and hopefully have an opportunity to play at the next level. Andre has also sent kids, boys and girls, on scholarships all over the country in a variety of sports. Go to dynamichumanperformance.com and you can sign up. Also, we have Fresh himself, Ned Von Young. He owns the Fresh Fold Laundromat in Carborough, North Carolina, which is just outside Chapel Hill. This place is amazing. They have online scheduling. You can schedule a washer or a dryer. They have an online subscription model, weekly or bi-weekly. They wash, dry, and fold your clothes at Land Speed Records. All you have to do is go to freshfold-laundry.com and you can see all the services they have. And now, finally, we get to the men of the hour, the Trench Mob Show. And off to my bottom left, the man himself, Julius Williams, who I am extremely jealous now that I know he was in Spain. And I wasn't told of that, Julius. When I missed you last week, I didn't know you were on a flight to Spain. Come on now.
I thought you knew about that, for sure.
Yeah. It was a memo. I missed the memo. Julius got to go to Spain. That's awesome. That's great that you got a chance to go out there and spread the word with football, because the kids are so eager to learn. And seeing someone like yourself with the success that you've had with the group that you work with, and how well you've done coaching, especially, getting kids scholarships all over the place, that means a lot, and that definitely resonates with them. So I'm glad that you got an opportunity to go there. We have Coach Cunningham, the founder of the Hog Academy. Now, if that is not the best name, I do love the Trench Mob, but the Hog Academy, boy, I don't know how you argue with that one. Coach Cunningham, so where exactly are you from?
I was born in Columbus, Ohio, but I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, Columbus, Ohio, and you're from Cincinnati. Okay. And that's where the Hog Academy originated, so to speak.
Yeah, I just always thought every time in college we always said hog. After college, when I started training, it just made sense for me to bring that on with me. So Hog Academy it is.
And do you also coach at like the high school or JV level as well?
Yeah, so I coach Northland High School here in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Columbus City League. This will be my 8th year coming up. So I'm starting to become an OG in it.
You are. Congratulations on that. Nowadays, if you can last 3 years, you're lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, with the way coaches is, what coaching has become, and the man of the hour, Coach Andre, has joined us, and Coach Andre Dobson. Just looking at your biography and your resume, it's just incredible. Born in Washington, Assemblies of God missionaries. Is that like being a Mormon almost, or no? No, I said it's missionaries. But Mormons
Right.
go on missions. Why is that funny? They do.
Growing up, I used to tell kids on the playground that my dad was a mercenary. So they didn't want to mess with me.
That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah. No, we're Mormon's a whole nother.
No, I know it is. I know it is. When I saw a missionary, I thought Mormon because
Yep.
my senior year, I went to the senior ball with the most beautiful girl in our school, and the only reason that happened was because she was Mormon. So I got to go to the senior ball with the most beautiful girl, and she was Mormon, and I knew she went to BYU, and she went on mission. So I saw missionary, so I'm thinking you were going on missions. But wow, like yeah, it says, I mean, you grew up in India, in Cairo, Egypt. I mean, that's just amazing. Is that because were you like a military family?
No, my parents were missionaries, and
Oh,
so
yes,
what
yes,
my dad,
missionary.
So what my dad did, he worked with a bunch of different churches, orphanages, hospitals, just depending on the country, what he was doing. They've been missionaries for 47 years and in three countries. So
Jesus Christ.
for me, growing up overseas, it doesn't matter. It's just like any other kid. It's just what you know. So it could have been Decatur, Georgia.
Yeah, right.
It's just what you know. So when people would come visit us, the last thing I ever wanted to do was to take them to the pyramids because
Right.
it's an hour drive there. It's hot and they're not moving and they're big rocks.
So when did you get started in football? Did you initially, because it says, I mean, you were a 4-year letterman for the Evangel Crusader football team as a running back. Did you get started when you moved back to the States in football?
Yeah. So typically with the church that my parents are associated with, we would go overseas for 4 years and come back for 1 year. One of those 1 year terms, I was in middle school, and that's where I got to play tackle football. Totally fell in love with the game. But living in Egypt, we didn't get games. I got VHS tapes of games, and I had 2 games. One was Michigan State with Big Jumbo Elliott and Joe Morris as running back. and then the other one was the Bears Super Bowl run. So
the Super Bowl shuffle.
That's right. So my love of the fullback Matt Suey, that just resonated with me. Walter got all the credit, but someone had to block for him, and that was Matt Suey. So that's where I fell in love with the game, and thank goodness my parents were able to bring me back to the States for my senior year, and I was able to play, and then ended up at Evangel.
Yeah. What a story. God, I mean, coaching 116 all conference players, 13 all state players, 8 district players. I mean, that's amazing.
All that means is that I'm 50. That's all that means.
We lie on this show all the time. I am 23.
You just got to keep living.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Well, just an incredible story. Congratulations. Now, I know you were obviously over in Spain. Do you still coach at the high school level today?
Yeah, I'm the head football coach at Greenwood Christian Academy here in Greenwood, Indiana.
Okay.
I was asked to start the program from scratch 3 years ago. And
good God.
We're going into year 4 of that.
So you built the program from the ground up. They just said, "Hey, let's start football," and you got it. You figure it out.
Yep.
God bless you, man. That's not easy. That is not easy. You got to obviously rely on having good assistants, and your son is an extremely talented player. How has it been, starting a program from scratch? Because I wouldn't know where to begin.
Yeah, for whatever reason, God's put me in positions where I'm either starting a program or rebuilding a program. My very first head coaching job, I took over a program that was the losingest program in the state of California at the time. They had a 22-game losing streak, and so I think that's why I get those jobs, because no one else wants them. So my whole career has been about building and rebuilding programs, and I feel very fortunate about that. And it's kind of my niche, I guess.
Well, it shows you care about kids too. I mean, you care about doing what's best for the kids and seeing them grow and develop. And it's not always about wins and losses. It's about developing kids and making them into productive adults. So
I sure hope so.
I agree. So you guys had an exceptional trip over to Spain, which I'm very jealous, Julius. I didn't get the invite, or maybe just missed the memo. I'm not sure.
Listen, we were on the beach there in Barcelona, and Julius looks over at me with a lemon spritzer in his hand, and he says, "Man, I should have asked Cully to come with us."
You know what? That's exactly what he was thinking.
I didn't mean to throw him under the bus, but he did bring that up once.
That's exactly what he was thinking, I'm sure. All right. Let's see if this works here. The tab. Okay. Can you guys see this okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Can you full screen it by any chance?
I'm going to see
I got the old man eyes over here.
I'm going to see if I can. If I do that. There was a way to do it. Let me try this. I did have it. Okay. No, entire screen. Yes. Huh.
You brought that drink back.
Yeah, man, I like to keep my throat wet, man. I tell people every show, man, I don't want. I know my parents know, man. I don't drink alcohol, man. So I've always got some. This is a good Crystal Light that I got right now, man. So I like to keep something sweet and healthy, man. Not too much, man. All right, here we go.
No, you would never. Yeah, you would never do that. I was just trying to see there was a way to make it bigger. I apologize. I just had it. Okay. All right. So we are on Whitley. Okay. Let's see if this works.
Oh, there it is.
All right. Here we go. All right.
So if I can give a brief before
I completely forgot to ask the questions,
no,
Julius. I'm sorry.
no, it's all good, man. But Whitley is
Yep.
he's a kid that I met a few weeks ago. I went to speak at a high school called Booker T. Washington. I go in there for a speaking engagement just to kind of motivate the kids. It's kind of a urban area. I was asked to come there, as a former player to kind of speak to the guys and give them positive words. And he's a guy that stood out to me, and upon talking to his coaches, they were saying that, he was a guy that really, really needed a look. And they asked me if I could take a further look at him, and I told them, I said, you know what, we're going to take a couple visits in the next couple weeks. He should come with us. So,
That's great.
yep. So he comes on the visits. He doesn't have. I think he has maybe one or two offers. He has like Alabama A&M, and I
Yep.
think he had Georgia State. And he comes with us to Kennesaw, to Georgia. Of course, I sent him up to UConn, and he gets all three of those offers. He gets UConn. He
Did
gets
UConn
University
did
of
pull the
Georgia.
trigger?
Yeah, he get. Yeah, finally, right?
Good. Good. Well, I motherfuck Kevin Freeman, so I
Yeah.
just to make sure.
Yeah, man. But now he gets the offer, man,
Good.
and he's
I-
he's a great player, man. And this kid is absolutely blowing up, man. My phone is ringing about this kid at least once a day. So I'm just so happy for him, man. His recruiting has really spiked, and that just goes to show, man. Some of these guys just need a chance, to go
They
on the
do.
road and be seen and get in front of these coaches, and it's paying off. So he's a big time player.
Coach
6'5", 280.
6'5", 280. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Coach Dobson, I apologize, Coach Andre. I will curtail my cursing and swearing. So let's see what we got here. Is this from last fall or is this from
last fall? Yeah,
okay. Okay, God,
I'm gonna grab some glasses because I'm looking at a phone. Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a big, long, strong kid.
God,
Man.
wow. Real good push-pull there. He looks like he's got long arms.
Yeah, man, he changes the line of scrimmage, man, for sure.
Good extension. That was really, really nice. Comes out of a left-handed stand. Jeez. Really?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
He's a ball player, man.
There's three guys that ran by him.
They don't have nothing to do with him.
Three guys. You're not going to block the best one. Let's just walk by him. Oh my! They didn't want anything to do with him.
Yeah, man.
Julius, what would you say his numbers are bench, squat, 40 wise?
It's hard to say. I mean, I can imagine he benches at least 315. I mean, I don't really get a chance to spend as much time with these guys, in the weight room and stuff like that, squatting. And we're more skills, skills and techniques and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But he's definitely a big, strong kid.
Now, I really like his stance, and this is the argument I used to get into coaches with all the time. For defensive linemen, do you like them to have their ass higher in the air as opposed to lower in the air? Or do you like more of like a flat back stance? depending on your alignment or position?
I mean, it really. I'm gonna always pick explosion.
Yeah, whatever
So
gets
I
you out
feel like
faster.
when the guy kind of has that butt up, man, it's kind of that sprinter, attitude to where you're gonna,
Correct.
explode out of the blocks, you know. But depending on the guy, I mean, some guys, play better with flatbacks, because they feel like they can attack the line of scrimmage faster. So, I mean, it depends on the kid. If the kid is more explosive, I definitely want his butt up and his stance kind of bunched up a little bit more. But if a guy is just flat out an ox, he may not need to put his butt as high in the air for sure.
Coach Cunningham, for sure, because I know you've been doing this for quite a while. Offensive and defensive line play, stance is preference based on, comfort and coming off the ball, like Julius said, explosion. What are some of the things you look for especially when you're teaching a stance from the ground up?
Well, for me, it starts with base. That's where the foundation is laid at.
Coach Cunningham, I can't really hear you as much. I'm not sure if everybody else is the same.
Everybody else hear me?
Yeah, it's hard to hear you.
It sounds like you're kind of far.
I'm far?
No, it sounds like Coach Cunningham. I couldn't really hear him as much.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, just if you hold your phone a little closer to you, that might help.
I'm on a computer now.
So that's a little better. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so I was saying, when I'm teaching it starts from the ground up, man, from the base. You got to have a good base in the stance. Either, like I said, get out and explode and run game, or to keep step. You don't want to give out too many tools when you pass or run. Of course, as you know, great D-line coaches and players always look at the hands and nothing see it, just sit back.
Yeah.
Even the pass pro or pull. So I'm more of a squat down guy. I mean, I played in the triple option system in high school.
Oh, okay.
So of course, I mean, I teach now all cleats in the grass. But of course, in high school, we was on our toes, exploding. Like old Army and Navy days. That's exactly what.
Yeah.
But now, like this offensive line we're looking at right here, this is the type of stance I would teach. Doesn't matter the size. I mean, you're a bigger guy, you can have a bigger base. If you're a shorter guy, you don't need a bigger base because you don't have enough power coming out of your stance. So,
Coach Andre, do you work with the offensive and defensive line as well?
I've had to coach everything in my career.
Yeah, sure you have.
The old train of thought that I would say is that traditionally you're trying to get guys into stances according to the side of the ball, but now it's just like Julius said. Yeah, I don't care what you do. We want you going and getting off the ball as fast as you can.
Right.
The whole game's about speed right now. If you're not running fast, you can't get off the ground, then we got to adjust your stance and fix it.
Right. So Julius, a couple of questions that had come in for the trench mob. How old do the kids have to be before you will take them on? Like I know you take 8, 9, 10-year-olds. Is that kind of the youngest that you'll go, or will you go younger than that if they want to?
Yeah, so we typically start at age 8.
Okay.
We have another program, with the Gwinnett Chiefs that will take kids starting at age 4. But
did you say 4?
As trench mob goes, at age 4 with Gwinnett Chiefs. But as far as with trench mob, O-line, D-line specifically, we normally don't let it go lower than 8 because at 8, you're kind of starting to realize what football is, and you're starting to get at least a little bit of focus, and you're not playing in the grass, So around age 8, 9, we start to teach those guys, the more intricate details. I mean, when you're 5, everybody's, feet shoulder width apart, everybody's in the same stance. You're not really teaching, anything complicated. But, once they get 8 or 9, it's time to kind of start teaching toe heel, post hand, escape hand, double swipes, wrist elbows, and things like that.
And that was one of the follow-up questions. when you do have the younger kids, the 8, 9, and 10-year-olds, how do you keep their attention, basically?
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, like
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
you're a
coach.
high energy guy. I'm sure
Yeah,
that
man.
they
I'm,
pay
I'm
attention.
coaching. So I'm coaching 5-year-olds now, right now. You know,
Wow.
So my son is 5. So,
Right.
you know, I tried to find another coach. Um, guys aren't as dedicated, as you would like. So you got to do it.
Right.
So,
Right. 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 I hear you.
so I pretty much accepted my fate of being a 5-year-old coach this year, and kind of having to take charge. But for me, I mean, it's more motivation at that age. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
come out here and tell a 5-year-old, teach them
Right.
post hand, escape hand, and teach them shocking and locking and
Right.
all that stuff. It's
It's
going to be more so,
the
hey man, let's go out
foundation.
here and tear somebody's head off and have fun
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. All right. I like the fire around him too. I mean, that's just
Yeah, man, he dents the line of scrimmage, and talking to
nobody
coaches
comes close to move him.
yeah, man,
With
University of Georgia, they love this about him, man. Coach Trey Scott, the D
oh,
line coach, like
oh, good God!
he absolutely dents the line of scrimmage when he's playing. He puts divots in the line of scrimmage.
I just love the extension he gets with his arms. He's got such long arms. He gets good extension, and then he gets off blocks, and then the part like that. I mean, he's locking out. Even there, he's partially reached. The guy's got him reached right there. If he stays with him, he's got him reached. But because he gives such good effort and he plays his technique, he fights over the top, he makes the play. I mean, that's next level. That's next level technique. That's really, really good. Okay, so now, so he's right there. So he doesn't really have a preference which side he plays, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I think they kind of use him. It seems like he's more of a strong side.
They play him strong side. I keep forgetting that. Okay. It's high school. That's right. Right.
No, but he's a dog though, man. And he's from, as I said, man, he's from an urban area, more urban, in the city. So he definitely plays with with that chip on his shoulder, man. He plays with violence.
Jesus, they can't even run away from him. He chases him. He throws the guy and chases him down. Man, I that's stuff you can't teach. I mean, that kind of effort, fighting off the double team.
Yeah, right there. Now that's the best film right there.
Yeah. Yep.
That one right there needs to go to the front.
Absolutely. That
Can
kind
you show
of
it again?
effort.
Can
Absolutely.
you go back to that?
Sure.
I mean, this shot right here shows his size, shows his strength.
It shows everything. It shows the extension. It shows he's not moved at the line of scrimmage by two guys. It shows he can defeat a double team, and it shows he's going to make a play wherever he is.
He's a dog, man. Definitely a dog.
So how long have you been working with him total now, would you say?
So he's been around less than a month.
God damn, Jesus.
Yeah, man, because I went up there.
I can't say goddamn. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I spoke to him, man, like the beginning of March, and asked him to go ahead and come on board. And, he came right along, man. And, just wanted the opportunity, man. It's definitely paid off.
Did he have offers before he had started with you?
Yes, he had Alabama A&M.
Yeah, at Alabama A&M.
Yeah, and he had Georgia State.
And is Alabama A&M, are they HBC?
Yeah, HBCU, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And Georgia State is they're getting better. They recently moved to 1A, correct?
Yeah, probably about 5 or 6 years ago.
And I'm sorry again, what year is he? Is he a 26?
26, yeah.
Oh my God, he's gonna go big time.
Yeah, he just picked up UGA. He got UGA. You got Kennesaw. I'm pretty sure we're going to Kentucky. We're going to Ohio next week. To go see Coach Cunningham. So, on the way to Ohio, we're going to Kentucky. I already got, a good friend of mine, Anwar Stewart, D-line coach at Kentucky. He's very excited to see him. So I'm pretty sure he's going to get that Kentucky offer. We're going to Ohio State. We're going to Ball State.
Oh,
Yep. So, yeah, he's going to, I
yeah.
believe he's going to clean up
He's
everywhere we go.
not. He's definitely not going to be playing in the MAC. He'll be at Georgia, Alabama, or Auburn. My God,
Right.
I love the. I mean, is it something you teach as far as the snap count? Are they able to telegraph it, or is it just they watch it and they just get off?
Yeah, man, I'm more of a, knuckles in the ground
Yep.
feeling guy.
Yep. Okay.
I don't really like to look down the line of scrimmage. I'm more of a, once you get your knuckles in the ground and you feel friction go. I've always been that kind of guy. I mean, when I was a player, I felt like my get off was late when I would look at the ball.
Exactly, when your
anticipate.
eyes are turned in.
Yeah,
I-
but it's
I
more
hear
of a, it's a feeling thing. Like as soon as you feel that friction, it's like when you go to a bad neighborhood, you're gonna feel, you're somewhere that's not as safe. So
I've been there.
it's kind of just a feeling you get when you know the center's gonna snap the ball, and you get tips. Sometimes the center puts his head down, picks it up.
Yes.
I mean, every center is different. Every guard, you got guards that anticipate. You got guys that'll kind of tweak their knees a little bit.
Yeah, you could tell by the splits sometimes.
Right.
Obviously, front side, back side, but God, he is just something. Like he's still a little bit of a baby giraffe, but when he brings it, my God, he brings it.
Yeah, man, like I said, man, I can't take credit for any of this film.
No, I mean it's before he met you, but
I cannot wait to put up.
Oh, I'm sure you
put
can't
our hands
wait
on him more, man, and get him
to get your fangs into him. Yeah, he's gonna be a stud. How much do you think he can weigh?
He's about 280.
Do you think he can carry 280 and be Jesus Christ?
No, he's 280 right now. He'll be 325.
Right. 320. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. He could easily carry over 300 pounds.
Because at 6'5", he's still a slim 6'5".
He's very slim. Like I would have thought he was 260. I would not have thought he was 280 because of the way he moves.
He's definitely going to be 310 in no time.
And Jesus Christmas! Wow, he took that on. Do you see him as an inside player more than a 5 technique?
I mean, it just depends on the scheme. I think I feel like he will be a great. I mean, when it's all said and done, hopefully he gets the opportunity to play in the league. He's a great Pittsburgh Steelers 5 technique defensive end.
Right.
In my opinion. But in the 4-3 system, he's definitely a 3 technique for sure.
Right. No, I mean he is so versatile. He can do so much. Very impressive to watch. And I am the April 6th camp. Do you guys have live feeds to the camp or no?
Well, we show it every now and then when our trench mob guys go. I mean, this is Cunningham's event, so I'm not sure what he all has.
I'm gonna try to find the live feed for this. I mean, this is just unbelievable.
We're gonna discuss it. One of my other partners discussed it, so I'm having that at a high school.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get them. I'll meet with them on Sunday so we get the layout and see maybe if they can run a huddle live.
You can. Like, I mean, if I could ever find my way down there, I would do it live, and I could run it right off the computer because this is really good stuff. All right, so I'm sorry. Who are we watching here? I forgot. It's I don't even want to try to say that name. I'm gonna butcher it.
It's a Nehemiah. Yeah, Nehemiah on body.
Yeah. Okay, Nehemiah. He's a sophomore. Jesus.
Yeah. So he's a kid. He's from Minnesota, actually. So
yes, I did see that.
Yeah. So we had another speaking engagement in Minnesota, and he was one of the kids that came out to the speaking engagement. He says, "Coach, I want an opportunity to come down south and prove that I'm a ball player." Like he claims that Minnesota football doesn't have as much respect, as he would like. So he was just looking for an opportunity to come down south, man, and and get in with us and and compete with guys from, big time football places. We got guys coming from Florida, big time football place. Ohio, is a big time football place. Pennsylvania, California, so he wants to be able to compete against those guys.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I
but yeah,
got you.
he's another big time player.
God. And how long have you had him for? I'm sorry.
A couple months. They really 1 month.
Jesus,
So yeah,
Julius. I
man,
mean,
he's a guy, man. He's a ball player, man. He came down here and he fit right in.
so when you go and speak at these schools, do you speak at them on behalf of like the coaches? Do they ask you to come in and you talk with them, and then the kids will approach you afterwards about joining the trench mob?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, I pretty much speak. I'm either speaking on two subjects really. I speak on life skills and
Yes,
NIL.
right.
Those are the big conversations right now that everybody kind of wants to know about. Recruit NIL/recruiting, and then or it's
Oh,
either
you
something life
do.
skills or
Okay.
it's a combination. So most of these guys, they go back and they look at my profile, on Twitter and on Instagram, and
Yeah, of
they see
course.
the trench mob stuff, and obviously they ask about, hey, coach, what's that I keep seeing on your profile? I want to do
So
that. That's 5v5. Okay, I want to do 5v5.
this has come up quite a bit, and I'm just curious. What advice, what guidance do you give to kids who ask questions about NIL and NIL deals and how they work, and should they get an agent, should they have representation? How do you kind of guide and advise them if they're asking those questions?
Well, my
Because
biggest
it's a
advice
whole new
is,
world.
my biggest advice to kids to ask those questions are, if you have to ask about it, you're probably not going to earn it. Just to be honest,
You're
you
absolutely
know,
right.
um,
If you're
you know,
asking, you're right. You're not
yeah,
gonna.
man. It's one of those things that you come to work with your lunch pail, man.
Yeah, right.
And if you're putting work in, you're gonna make money. If you're not, you're not. Like if you're a guy who they deem is worth, paying money to come play college football, it's gonna happen. But if you're a guy that's constantly working towards that, now there is strategy, you know, once you get out there and once you earn the respect and you earn the attention to get, NIL deals. But,
Sure.
but for the most part, like you gotta come to work with your lunch pail and you gotta be a guy. Because
Yeah.
let's be honest, there isn't too many people going after O lineman and D lineman for NIL deals,
No.
But you can, get some, and these schools are definitely paying for guys up front these days. But you
Yes.
definitely got to be a guy
Especially
first
pass rushers.
before you even
Um,
ask. You got to be a guy.
Coach Cunningham, for you, I mean, if any of your players were to come to you or had the talent or ability to possibly get an NIL deal, what would you say your guidance or advice would be towards them?
Just be smart in your decision making.
Yeah.
Weigh your options because every school is going to have a different opportunity. And of course, you got to make the best opportunity to fit yourself. And, you're in a position to take care of your family. That's what Coach Julius always says at these tournaments and competitions. Man. This is a position of time for you to try to take care of your family. Get your
Yeah.
family out of certain situations. So, I haven't dealt with a lot of NIL, so
Right.
I can't really give you all the bases of it, but I would just say, weigh your options and take the best option, man. And like you said, you have to be a guy. There's a lot of guys, specifically that I've been dealing with, are looking for the big offer, and I'm like, sometimes you got to be patient, man. And sometimes
You do.
It's not for everybody.
Right.
It's really
not.
not. It's lucky to have, but if some big D2 school is calling, answer the call because you're in a different time frame now, in a different atmosphere of this sport. Like when we was playing, there was no portal.
No. Nope.
And so like it's not a bad thing to, have a smaller beginning, for a larger outlet. So that's kind of the advice I would give.
I like that.
I'm really upfront with my guys, man. I tell them flat out, don't worry about that. You need to worry about this small school.
Right.
The skills to we'll just sell up to that number.
Coach Andre, what about you? Because I know it's obviously different, and you're building a new program, so there may not be as many kids who will have NIL opportunities, but eventually you're going to get there, and it's probably going to be sooner than you expect. What would you say and provide as advice and guidance to anyone who may have an opportunity in an NIL deal or is pursuing an NIL deal? How would you guide them in that direction to make sure that they do it the right way?
Yeah, a couple of things. I sit on the AFCA
That's
high
right.
school
Yes.
committee, and this is definitely a topic of conversation within the committee. Number one, we were trying to do everything we can to educate coaches and players and parents about all of this stuff. It's constantly changing. One of the things, as we're noticing, the next group to be hit will be high school athletes. And one thing that's important to know is that a kid who is under the age of 18, still living at home, can really only make and drive in $600 max before getting tax, major tax hit. So
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, so that's one thing. I really hope that it doesn't come down and start affecting high school sports. But the other thing is everything needs to be in writing.
Yes, contracts. Yes,
it needs to be in writing, and you need to read the entire thing.
You do. Yes.
And then the last major part of it is that you have an understanding of what is the length of term for the contract that you are about to sign. So
1 year.
Is it done after 1 year? Is it done, in 3 years? Or is it in perpetuity where you're just stuck in it and you can't get out of it? So you're stuck with them forever. And, if you become even a better player or a stronger player, obviously you would want to ask for more or go up. But if you just signed a contract that just locked you in for the rest of your life, you're not going to be able to go up.
Right.
So really, really important that the kids are reading this stuff. They don't just say, hey, I've got an agent and they take care of it. Man, I think that could be a really big mistake. Of course, those are the avenues that you'll need to take if, like Julius said, if you're a baller and these opportunities truly come your way, then by all means you need to get after it. But you also need to be a smart student athlete.
Yes.
And by reading everything and having an understanding of length of terms, you'll set yourself up the right way.
And you're right. The good part is so far it's mainly been 1 year. Otherwise, it's they try not to do 2-year deals. They haven't yet. I think it'll get to that point, but they haven't yet. Josh Lafferty, are you guys going to follow the UFL? Probably not. I do love The Rock and I love the XFL. I don't know that I'm going to follow the UFL, but for you, maybe I'll watch a quarter. Let's get back here. I wanted to see him. My good God. Boom. Jeez, suplex. I love it. God, and he's playing
He's
head up.
another guy, man. He dicks the line of scrimmage, man. He
He sure does. Jeez. Wow.
And the one thing I'm impressed with some of these guys, man, these guys are high effort guys.
Yes, that's the one thing. I mean, I know Julius didn't coach this group, but whenever I watch Julius's kids compete, they always play with a high motor and high effort guys, which is very difficult. Wow. What did you say his size was, Julius?
He's about 6'4", or 275.
Jesus.
280. Yeah.
6. Wow.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
Yeah, that's a big kid, and he runs. Oh my God! And he runs well, and he's athletic, and he's good with his hands. I mean,
And the thing I like about him, man, is
gets,
he's so appreciative, man. Like the kids,
yeah,
I deal with a lot of kids in Georgia, and these kids down here, they're like used to doing, used to being around NFL guys,
right.
used to being around college guys, used to being around high level programs, used to being around high level training, so they don't really appreciate much, man. This kid is a yes, sir, no, sir. What can I do to help coach? Like, he was at my house, he's washing dishes, cleaning up. He's
getting a chance to be coached by the best.
He's rare, man. His mom's done a great job, of raising him to be a great young man.
He appreciates it.
Yeah, man. For sure. He's a great kid to be around.
His physicality is unmatched. Just the way he gets off blocks and makes plays. Like, I mean, the speed and quickness that he has is not anything that like I would expect out of him. Jesus, good extension, and the push pull, gets off the block, makes the play. I mean, he makes it look easy. You can't single block him. I mean, it's you're wasting your time trying to single block him. And there he just got through two people. Like, the only suggestion I would have as a former offensive line coordinator, I would read him. That's all I do. I wouldn't block him. I'd try to read him and see if we could read him and have him not wreak havoc, and then set all the pass protections to his side.
I'm not trying to be dirty, but we don't cut
him. Oh yes.
Sorry.
All that
get off, that's gonna be done in the first quarter. We're gonna cut it.
My God.
And when somebody getting cut, that's how you know you're going against a guy.
That's just a beautiful first step. He's got good leverage. He's got good hand placement. They can't combo him. They can't double him.
And he's not playing a double team with great technique.
No. I saw he was a little high. He wasn't using his hands as much, but
it's pure power, man. He's still raw.
Yeah, he's a baby giraffe, man. Jeez, there's another suplex. I love the kid. He's thrown about 3 suplexes. Wow, he is something really, really special. I am gonna look forward to watching him. Hopefully, at the next camp, the April 6th one. I really want to watch him because he
doesn't have any yet.
He doesn't. Okay. Well, he will.
Minnesota's close, I believe. I talked to Coach Dotton Carter. He's a good friend of mine at Minnesota. So, they're close. This is another little clip of him.
Yeah, I wanted to see him at the camp. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me just lower this a little bit. Oh. Jesus Christmas. He's just annihilating people.
Yeah, he's a big, strong guy.
Oh, I love the
Come on, dude. You gotta get my guy.
That's assault right there.
Yeah, man.
That guard just wants to cut him.
Right.
Well, the guard set isn't bad. What I don't like is the guard is an offensive line coach I would shoot my guard because his hands aren't up. He's got his hands down by his knees. He's got to have his hands up and ready to punch. He doesn't have that. And he just shakes him, and his hand placement is perfect. He's got his hand placement inside. Now it's over. You have complete control. And that's just child abuse right there. Oh, with the spin. Oh, I love the spin.
He shot you with that. We hit him with that. I was like, come on. Come on.
That
Good
is,
on stab, but that was it.
that is so difficult to do, to perfect. Wow. I've never seen it done like that either, with the one arm and then whipping it around. That's excellent. Jesus.
Oh, what's impressive is he's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
That's what I can't get over. I mean, Julius said he's 6'4", 275. I mean, this kid's going to be a monster.
Yeah, he's going to be big time very soon.
I mean, he gets by people. Like, people can't get their hands on him. He's good at getting hands on. Oh, great swim right there. Wow. Jeez. Oh, I love the double spin.
That right there. I seeing that
Julius,
I'm not gonna lie.
Julius, that is such good recognition. He noticed that this first spin was he kind of shut it down. He doesn't stay with it. He instantly has the recognition and the savvy to go back to the counter spin and get to the quarterback. That is next level, high level talent right there, technique.
For sure.
That's just great, man. This kid is going to be fun to watch. Very impressed. Very impressed. Now, Coach, this is your son, I believe, right? The quarterback.
Yes, I married his mother.
Coach has a funny sense of humor. Yes. Well, after I called him a Mormon in 2 minutes, yeah, he's got to have one.
Listen, the amount of times you've said Jesus and God, you should be a missionary.
I know, right? Yeah, I know. No, I know. Let's not tell my parents that. We'll be okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. So this is Trey. This is his junior year, right?
Yes.
Okay. Lower the volume just a little bit. And has he always, I mean, played for you since the program has started, since you rebuilt it?
Yeah, I knew coming in, starting a program, I could build it around him and
Yes.
His knowledge and his ability to read and audible.
Oh, he's smart, beautiful.
He's been doing that for a long time. So we knew we were not going to have a whole lot of players that had a lot of experience, and so him coming in, I knew I could get it done with him.
Is it a system where it's plays are packaged together? Is it a system where a play is called and he has the ability to check or audible out of it? How does the offense work as far as him controlling it and getting you into the right play?
Yeah, all of our plays are comboed, so he can switch the play, he can flip the play.
Yeah.
He could do both together. And then there's always the pass off of it and and his reading. So we're primarily, our whole offense is always going to be based off of midline and veer, whether it's under center or whether it's under center or in the gun. And he's had a firm control of that for his whole career.
Okay. So he's an option guy, midline veer option, and that is definitely not easy.
So he led the state in total yards, touchdowns, and kick returns.
Yeah, I saw that.
All returns.
I didn't think I was reading it right. I saw it. I was like, oh wow. because that's very impressive.
This is his long ball.
Oh my God, beautiful! Right over the top. Good read. And it's amazing that he saw that.
Coaches are always wanting to know about arm strength. We've got film on him throwing every ball. And
yeah, he's got arm strength. I'm not concerned about that.
here's one of his returns this year.
And so you're not nervous about your quarterback being your kick returner? Oh my, he's gone by a mile.
Do you want to hear the whole story? You're gonna think I'm straight crazy.
Coach, I'm not going to think you're straight crazy at all.
All right. So we moved here to the state of Indiana from Florida, and down south, soccer is not played during the fall.
Correct. It's a different season, right?
Yep. Moving up here, soccer is during the fall. So guess what? My starting quarterback, returner, free safety, is also the striker on the soccer team that made it to the state championship.
You got him playing both.
Yeah. So
I love it.
He's done the Dion where we played up in Fort Wayne and he had state playoff
and he had to drive back
and drive down and get to that. And
Coach, you couldn't get
eye black on for the soccer game.
You couldn't get the airplane for him or a helicopter?
Yeah.
How does it work with the coaches? Are they okay, like, splitting practice time, or how does it work during the week when both are in season?
Yeah. So what we've done is we've worked out a priority deal where if football is your priority, then you go to that. And then if anything with soccer goes on, then if it works, then it works. So
gotcha.
There's been a couple of games during the season where we didn't want them to play because of, it was on a Thursday or something,
Sure.
Got to have them for the Friday night game.
Yeah, you'd be worried about it for sure.
Yeah. But, when it comes to worry, I can't worry about nothing,
No, you're building a program from the ground up. There's plenty of other things that you have to worry about. I completely understand.
Yeah. So he did all of this with a torn meniscus, played both seasons on a torn meniscus, which he had repaired 3 days after the football season was over.
How tall is he?
That's the thing with him is I'm 6 foot, my wife's 5'10", and he's 5'8". So
God, he doesn't look 5'8".
Yeah.
He definitely looks taller than 5'8".
That's in the recruiting world, that's the negative about him, but
he can make all the throws. He makes all the throws very well. He's got speed.
He's 170 pounds and power cleans 235.
I definitely think he could play DB at the next level for sure.
Well, yeah. I was going to say that he just because he's an athlete. I think he could play corner or safety, no problem.
Even receiver.
He is a slot receiver for sure, absolutely. And he's he's deceptively fast. He's not slow. I was thinking he was going to be a little bit slower. He ain't slow. Oh, great read right there. Great job reading the quarterback's eyes coming back to the ball. So your son plays both ways and on special teams.
Yeah.
He doesn't come off the field.
No.
And he plays soccer.
Yeah.
And does he fill the water too and bring out the bags?
He's pretty much done when fall's over. We get him ready for track season.
Oh, he runs track too? What does he run, the 100, 200?
Yeah, and
or
also
4x1?
Also does 4x1 and the 4x4.
What's he do the 4x1? Do you know a split off the top of your head?
4x1 split?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Right, my mind's all on indoor right now. We have the indoor state championship.
Oh,
tomorrow.
right. Right.
So
Oh, it's tomorrow.
he
Okay.
runs a low 760 meters.
Wow. That's impressive. Shh.
Okay.
That's really good right there. That's really good right there.
Trying to get busy.
Man, he's shifty. I wish the center would just give him the ball. The center's starting to irritate me. He's firing it everywhere. Just snap the kid the ball.
This
Great
is my life,
pocket
man.
presence. I know. God, great pocket presence. Great awareness on the field. Okay, so you're an empty.
Empty. We're having a lot of fun with empty because
people don't know how to line up to it.
If they put too much pressure on, he'll take off. But it gives us 2 sets of routes on both sides, and we can mess with people a lot. So
yes, depending on which coverage they play to each side. He makes the throws necessary wherever he is on the field to each side. I mean, he definitely does not lack for arm strength at all. And I'm just looking at his footwork. I really like. I don't know. I mean, you've coached everything, but I really like his hips. He puts his hips into his throwing motion, which a lot of high school kids do not. Coach, if you don't mind me asking, how did the team do last season?
We're in our 3rd year, our first year of eligibility in the state playoffs. And we went 7-3.
God, you really are a miracle worker. That's a great ball right there. Jeez. So, okay. So now on this play right here, was this a 5-step drop that he took? I was just curious.
I'll put my glasses back on.
Because I've just always wondered from the shotgun, if you're doing 5-step, what's the technique for the quarterback on that?
Pretty much everything we do out of the gun is going to be a 3-step.
Okay.
But there are a couple of different plays that we have where I try to get him a little bit more time. And drop to a 5, but everything's primarily rhythmed out of a 3.
And did you somewhat move away a little bit from running some of the option stuff?
Yeah, we run it no matter what, whether we're in the gun
you do.
or not. So typically with midline we change it into inside zone where we're work the double.
Yes.
But we can still always run veer out of anything and everything. So.
And when you run the midline, do you have a pitch guy with it, or do you just give, or the quarterback will keep it?
We do, but it's typically 2-man option.
Yep.
So he's just going to read that 3 tech, and then
that's my favorite.
Just pull and go. I don't want him pitching the ball and off the midline.
Right.
But defenses have to account for the pitch man. So
they do.
Take one guy out. If not, we can also play action him.
That's good right there. Oh,
he's a ball.
Man,
that was a backside read.
Yeah. Yep. He read the edge, pulled it. Great job. God, that's really good too. That's really good too. Let me just make sure I saw that correctly. I just want to make sure I saw that correctly because this is something we used to teach. Okay, so he's got the 2 guys off the edge. We would audible.
This is what we call dart. So
Yep.
we're on the backside
Pull the backside tackle or guard.
or
Okay. Yep.
guard or tackle, depending on what we're seeing. And he's
He
working
fakes
the
the
read
handoff
off
and
the
he
front.
keeps it right. Sprint out. Jesus. Coach, do you RPO anything just out of curiosity?
We do. It's just based off that backside read or front side read, depending on who we're trying to screw with.
Isolate. Right.
Depending on the defense, we always pick one that we want to screw with. That guy that he just juked is a D1 commit.
That doesn't surprise me at all, man. I mean, this kid is something special.
He's a ball player for sure.
I mean, I still can't believe he returns kicks and just blows by people.
Yeah, man. He looking at him, he reminded me of like a Julian Edelman, man.
Yeah. Wes Welker, Julian Edelman
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has no fear. He has breakaway speed. He's tough to bring down. Great pocket presence. Great awareness. My God, did he return? Was this his fifth
Coach
touchdown
Thompson,
return?
how far are you guys from Ball State?
Muncie, Indiana.
Yeah, we're about an hour away, hour and 15. It's in Muncie.
Yep.
Yeah, man. We'll be at Ball State next Friday, man. You guys should definitely come up, man. You know, and I can introduce him with our guys. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
Our former strength coach is now the strength coach at Ball State.
At Ball State. Okay.
It's a whole new staff up there this year.
Right. God, he makes good throws. I like his timing too. He's never really late with his timing. He sets his feet. Good throw. Puts good air underneath it. No. Please don't tell me.
Yeah, no,
Oh my good God.
we're getting deep into the clips now.
I'm so entertained watching this.
Those two dudes, they did that I think 3 times this year, and
Is it a call or no?
Here's another one.
Is it a predetermined call?
No,
it's not.
No.
Well, it's not like, hey, my dad's not going to scream at me. I can do whatever I want.
No, it's because I'm passed out on the sideline.
Yeah, they probably have to get you the smelling salts.
Yeah.
He is unbelievable. Now, I mean, you mentioned they went to the States in soccer, and he's very talented in soccer. Do you see him possibly getting an opportunity for a scholarship in soccer as well?
Yeah, that's always kind of in the back of our heads, but his love
is for
passion
football.
is football.
Yeah.
So.
Jeez. Wow.
This is one of the best teams in our state. We put 5 touchdowns on them.
Oh my God. He threw across his body on that. Jesus.
Yeah, that's not my favorite.
I know, but still.
Like gunslinger.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
This is where he runs over All-State DB for a touchdown. 1-on-1 right there.
Okay.
Yeah, he ran over him all right. Great job on the read. Great pull. God. I gotta look at the numbers again. I was just curious how many yards rushing he had.
He was over 1,000 rushing.
Jesus.
With 15 TDs and 21 passing TDs.
And
4 returns for touchdowns.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I have to admit, Coach, he is unbelievable. He is something really, really special.
Appreciate that. We're having a lot of fun with him, and
I wish we could
this
get you to the East Coast, but he's a
year
player.
can't go by slow enough.
Are you going to look at the military academies?
Yeah, Army and Navy have taken some interest in him.
Okay.
Just in a conversation today, he doesn't really want to do military action, but
Yeah.
um, you know,
Well, no, I mean, he probably.
you guys, when you have your kids, you're gonna have these conversations with your kids, and you're like, do you understand what one of the academies can do for your life?
40 years of your life changed. Absolutely.
Right.
Academically, could he have an opportunity to look at one of the Ivy League schools or Patriot League schools?
Yeah, the in the not in the Patriot, but in the Ivy, Cornell's looked at him.
Okay.
Harvard has a quarterback that we went up against, and Trey actually ran against him not 1-on-1, but in the outdoor track season. Trey beat him. So, I just keep reaching out to as many people as possible and keep going down this path.
Julius, did you play for Coach Hughes, Hank Hughes?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did that Penn. I can definitely send them over to Hank.
Yeah, I was going to reach out to him at Penn. We know the coach at Colgate University. It's right by where I am. We know them. The head coach at Lehigh, I know. I played Pop Warner football with him. I know one of the coaches at Lafayette, and you had Coach Ambrose. Actually, he told me to say hi to you.
That's my guy. Yep.
Yeah, Jared's at SUNY Albany. So those are all options that you can look at, but you got plenty of time. But congratulations on just an amazing life from everywhere that you've been all over the world, and what you've done coaching. You've really been a mentor to these kids. It's so good to see. And, going out to other countries as well, spreading the word of football. Coach Cunningham, the Hog Academy, that's just the greatest name ever. I love the Hog Academy. I definitely want to see the Hog Academy in action. So anytime you have some film that we can show, please feel free. We'll show whatever we can. I want to give the big guys as much attention as possible, because we're not going to be overlooked anymore, I promise. And Julius, wow. I mean, you got some real talent to work with, and you're doing a phenomenal job. And like I said, I mean, I've seen good offensive linemen, but I have not seen greatness like the guys you have, with the tenacity, that are coachable, that listen, and that give high effort, no back talk, and they just work hard. And I think that's a testament to you and Jordan and your staff. The Syracuse guy, who's a Syracuse, Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have a great staff, and you're doing a great job. And I'm gonna come out. I'm going to come out for the 29th for the 5v5 tournament to see you guys. The one that's with Matt Lawrence.
Yeah, in Connecticut.
Right. Yeah.
Well, man, I'm actually going, man. I'm going to Switzerland tomorrow with Matt, man. So it's going to be, we're going to have a good time out there, man.
So is my plane ticket going to be on the doorstep?
Matt set that one up, man. So,
that's all right.
But no, man, again, man, I know we ain't got much time, but I had such a great time in Spain, man, with Coach Dobson, man. That was one of the greatest experiences of my life, man. I was telling, a lot of my buddies, lots of the kids, they couldn't speak English or couldn't speak fluent English.
They don't in Barcelona. No, Germany they do, not there.
Yeah, so there was a translator, but those kids had so much respect, man.
Yeah.
And, they were so just hungry for knowledge, hungry to be there.
They're sponges, man. They're
Yeah, man. I
sponges.
got aspirations, I definitely want to partner, with Coach Dobson and and Camp, Larcata, and we want to build the first 100-yard, football field, in Spain. I've already spoken to, lots of people from the NFLPA, and trying
Oh,
to see if we can
good.
get some support with doing that, man. I think that'd be great to, get the
It
first
would.
100-yard football field. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
somebody was
we
calling me. I'm
appreciate
on the phone.
Julius coming so much. He did a phenomenal job with the guys.
Well, I'd come
and,
too. Just when
yeah.
my plane ticket comes, I'll
So
come.
for all the guys that are listening, I'm always looking for people to join us on our trips, and we have 12 countries that have invited us, and so there's going to be multiple trips in the future. They can go to
Oh, okay.
missiontdi.com,
Okay.
missiontdi.com, and that's where everything will always be posted.
I'll definitely go there. I'll definitely, because I'd love to go back over. Do you go to Germany at all? Just out of
No,
curiosity.
I try to, been invited a number of times, but I try to stay away from Northern Europe because they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. I understand.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to help spread the game of football. So,
The places that need it most.
yeah, Egypt, Israel, Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, UAE, stuff like that.
Right. Julius, all I ask, I texted Matt, I texted Andre, if the three of you are capable, I just want like a video on your phone, just promoting the camp on the 29th, so I can put it up and promote it on all the social media sites, and I'm going to run an ad for it to promote the camp on the 29th.
No, for sure, definitely, man. Now I'll definitely get that over. I know
Yeah.
we got Coach Cunningham. I'm not sure if he's still there or not. I think he might have walked away. But we got a camp in Ohio next week, so I'll make sure we get
Oh, okay. Yeah, get me
sure we
something
get the
for that.
highlights.
That's right. That's right. Ball
Coach Mike
State.
just walked in. I don't know if he want to come sit down and say hello, but I know he'll do a great job of getting those highlights.
Yeah, if you want to get me something, I'll run it for the camp coming up for Indiana, and then we'll do something for obviously the 29th. And do you have other camps in between?
Yeah, so no, the camp, we got a camp here in Atlanta the next week.
Yes,
On the
that's what he
13th.
said. Yes.
Yeah, but we're
Okay.
definitely looking forward to going to Ohio, man. We got
All right.
Sound Mind, Sound Body, which is another great organization. They're actually the
Okay.
first organization that we ever went against in 5v5 way back in 2020, man. So,
Okay.
we're excited to see those guys again. Of course, Hog Academy is always going to bring it. Stars mentoring with Coach O, down in South Florida, Byron, with 2 tenths. You haven't met him yet, but you'll meet him soon. So, we're
Okay.
looking forward to getting up there, man. Ohio has great talent. It's always
Yes.
been a big time football state. Anthony's from Ohio, so we
Yes.
get a chance to get in his neck of the woods, and we're excited, man. And then the last one is going to be in Connecticut, the 27th, actually.
It's 27th.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we got one in Pittsburgh, but I don't think we're going to do that one.
All
We're going
right.
to just focus more on like college camps and getting these guys ready,
Yeah.
for school and stuff like that, man. But we're looking forward to coming to see Coach Cunningham next week, man, and going to have a great
Beautiful.
time.
And make sure talk to Coach Schumann, because he'd love to work a camp out with you in Jersey. He wants to get you guys there with his people. He's got some of the Rutgers coaches and some of the other big time coaches there that he thinks he can get your guys a look. And I mean, your film speaks for itself. But yeah, we'll definitely if you get the video with those guys, and then we'll do something for the camp next week, and we'll keep it rolling. But Coach Andre, so glad to meet you. I'm not going to say God or anything and call you a missionary or drop any cuss words anymore. Coach Cunningham, it was great meeting you. And I again, are there Hog Academy T-shirts?
Yeah, I'm getting shirts made.
Okay.
Get one made and send it. I can send it to you.
Okay, I am gonna wear a Hog Academy T-shirt proudly, just so you know. And when we get our trench mob gear too, we're gonna wear that as well. But thank you guys for being with us. This was an awesome show and some incredible talent, and I'm glad we got that out there. I'll write a description. All I ask, just tell your guys to share it, because this show is getting really big. We're getting a big following, a big audience, and it's only going to help the guys get exposure. So we'll put it everywhere, and just tell your guys to share it and like it. So for everyone here, the Trench Mob Show, I am Steve Cully, the best podcast host in the universe. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges, throw them right back at life.